welcome back to Relatively Rich Life. Today's video we're going to be discussing whether or not we regret selling our Lance. So that's a question that we've been asked multiple times, given that we've had so many issues with our Coachmen, our brand new Coachmen. We never really brought you guys up to speed on what actually happened to the Lance. So we had the Lance, we had the Coachmen, we had them both at the same time, and one of the things we were doing was we figured we would keep the Lance and try to rent the Lance using like RV Share and Outdoorsy. We rented it out. So what was your take on that whole experience?
It took a while to get going, to get a few bookings. You got to do a whole bunch of tricks, advertising,
marketing,
things like that. And once you get going, I mean, you can get pretty good amount of traffic. But the problem is people like us who didn't want people towing our rig. That means more work for us because we would have to deliver the rig. So that made it not worthwhile.
Yeah.
Because all the gas and all that and all the wear and tear on the truck and drop off and then pick it up, and it just seemed like another job.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, our experience with our Lance, we didn't really have anyone like destroy the inside or anything. We had some pretty good renters. Granted, we didn't do it for an extended amount of time, but the renters that we did have, you know, they took good care of the Lance. So
yeah.
It wasn't like a bad experience. It was just not for us.
Right. It wasn't fruitful enough for the amount of labor, I would say.
Yeah. And that too could depend on where you're located. I feel like our location wasn't like super desirable. You know. So anyway, to each his own. We just decided not to move forward with that. So it wasn't easy to get rid of the Lance. I mean, we really tried hard to hold on to it. Even after we decided not to rent it out, we actually took a boondocking trip to one of my friend's parents' house. We had a really good time with the Lance, but it just wasn't the perfect fit for our family. It was a little bit too small. So ultimately we decided to list our Lance for sale. Now that was an experience. The Lance was in high demand. We had people calling us from all over the country, you know, trying to get the Lance, but we ultimately sold it to a nice family that actually didn't even live that far from us, and we occasionally keep in touch with them. They are doing fine. The Lance is holding up. They are extremely happy with the purchase, and we are super happy for them. Now that brings us to the question again: do we regret selling the Lance? We haven't even discussed this amongst ourselves. I would say no, I don't regret selling it. Do you?
No, I agree. It wasn't a good fit for us. It was a great starter RV for us. I mean, we learned a lot, and it held up through a whole bunch of trips that we took that year. A couple of rookies on the road,
right?
And really never gave us any issues. You know, minor things that are common. Yeah. That we had to like fix on there, but nothing major. Not like this here. This one is good. It's another level of
repairs.
Let's show them, because I don't think I have even showed them everything. So for example, this is the backsplash. I don't know if you can see that deformity on the backsplash. It's like, you know, it's like an ocean, has a lot of waves. The slide, as you can see, it tore the floor up. So you see the tracks here, that's all coming from the slide, and that has to get figured out by the dealer, because this is supposed to be a brand new RV. So I don't know how that's gonna get repaired. The front window is still a problem. They actually supposedly fixed it, but it's still leaking a little bit.
Yeah, luckily they told us to come pick up the camper even though they weren't done with it. So we were like, okay, we're gonna take it out for New Year's. So it actually, we had a torrential downpour, and so we were able to figure out that they never even fixed it because the rain was like literally pouring into the bedroom.
Yeah, I'll link that video right there. The water pump, again, I literally tried to do a camping trip a couple weeks ago, but I couldn't get the water to pressurize in the RV. I was at a Harvest Host that I pretty much have a reservation waiting for me to go back there, because I left that day. I had to cancel it. That's another issue again that came back up. The roof is bubbling up, so now we have to get the whole roof replaced. I'm still hesitant about that idea. I still haven't really decided if I should let them do it.
Well, we have learned a lot from watching like other YouTube channels. For example, Amp to Glamp, they did a video about how these dealerships have been holding people's RVs hostage. And actually, I think it was in New York, they filed some sort of lawsuit against these dealerships. We'll link the video where they talked about that, because I don't remember all the details, but they did reach out to us to tell us to, yeah, be aware that, you know, these dealerships are starting to be held responsible in certain locations. So, you know, I think as a community of RV owners, we need to not allow these dealerships to like kind of hold our properties hostage. It's because apparently you can also have mobile RV techs that can come in and do work against your warranty as well. That's something that we haven't really explored. So what else is wrong?
The outdoor kitchen I've shown several times. I use this little bungee cord and I attach it to the top of the ladder to hold that up.
So guys, we will keep you posted as to what's going on with the repairs. And if you guys have experienced prolonged repairs with your RV or trailer, please leave your experience in the comment section below. We'd love to hear about it. I'm sure we are not the only ones dealing with this winter.
Yeah, and I know we haven't been putting out that much content lately, and that's partly due to personal issues and RV issues. But bear with us, we got quite a few camping trips planned for the new camping season. So stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and share, please. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and on that note,
see you on the next one.